right, Chuck, you got me back here at
Welcome back, Denise.
I'm so excited to be here, but what are we doing, rides?
No, we're not going to do rides this time. And
Aquatica?
No, we're not doing Aquatica. Of course, what are they most well known for?
Well, it's SeaWorld, so the sea animals.
Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. So, Denise, what we're going to do today is we're going to take you behind the scenes at some of our favorite animal habitats so you can learn about them and learn about the great work that SeaWorld does. This is going to be fantastic.
Chuck, you're making my dreams come true. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I am so excited today, so I can't imagine doing this for your job every day. In one word, describe your job. Maybe 2 or 3 words.
Every day is different. We have 11 belugas and 6 Pacific white-sided dolphins. They all have very fascinating stories, including Tyonek, who's actually a rescue beluga whale, and they all have their own individual personalities. As you can see, they're always aware of what's going on. We also offer behind-the-scenes tours. Guests come back here, they get to meet the animals, but then we do offer, if you're brave enough, the opportunity to get in the water with the animals. All the cool things that you may see when you come here with any of our animals, whether it's a big jump or you get splashed or you get to wave to the animals, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And training and interacting with them also allows us to care for them. And that is what we start and end our day with. That is the goal from day to day, is to make sure all these animals are healthy and thriving.
When did you decide, you know what, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be an animal trainer. I'm gonna work with beluga whales.
Well, my story goes way, way back. My mom would bring my brother and I when we were little to run around and see the animals. And it's really the only job I ever wanted to do. And here I am 14 years later. Do you want to get up close and personal?
Caitlin, you know I do.
Come on over. Okay.
Ah! Oh, thank you. I love you too. I'm like crying.
So right now we are with Toka. Toka is a 58-year-old male Aldabra tortoise. He is 460 pounds. They are the 2nd largest tortoise species in the world.
When you come on the tour, do you get to get this close to the tortoises?
Our Aldabra Tortoise Tour allow guests to get up close and personal with these giant tortoises. Touch them, take pictures, they'll feed them. We'll talk about the ecology of the animal, conservation efforts.
I saw you giving him some head scratches earlier. He seemed to respond to that too. He perked up a little.
He does. So the Aldabra tortoises are very social animals, so they do like attention. The other common misconception I get, mostly from cartoons growing up, but tortoises do not come out of their shell. Their backbone runs right down the top of their back, but they have feeling on all over their shells. Portions of any dollar SeaWorld makes always goes to the animals in our care and goes to animals in the wild as well.
Wow, well, thank you for having me. It looks like our time is up. They've made their mind. They are done with cameras, so it's time for us to
They're done with cameras. They're returning to their air-conditioned, climate-controlled indoor area.
Coming up, more from YOLO, Texas.
Here I am.
There you are. What have you been up to?
Okay, so we got to see the belugas and the dolphins, but I also got in the habitat with the tortoises.
The tortoise, oh, the
so
Aldabra
cool.
Tortoise Tour.
Yes.
You've met some animals from the water.
Yes.
You met some big animals from the land.
Yes.
Let's meet some animals that are found both on land and in the water.
Ooh, let's go.
Do it.
Don't mind the cold weather, it's about 35 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the penguin habitat.
Chico, can we take a second? This is probably the most incredible thing I've ever done.
Oh my gosh, it's so much to absorb, right?
Can you tell us who's in here?
Yes, of course. There are 17 species of penguins in the world, and here in SeaWorld San Antonio, we actually care for 4 species. King penguin, Gentoo penguins, chinstrap penguins, southern rock hopper penguin.
I mean, this is something that's so unique that I thought I would never be able to do. But guests can do this when they come to SeaWorld, right?
Yes, of course. It's called the Penguin Interaction Program, where they have the opportunity to walk in just like you did, interact with the penguins, have a chance to touch them, take pictures, socialize amongst that, and also get some valuable information from our staff. Our team is the one that comes in, cleans this habitat, feeds the penguins, monitors them daily, and give them daily enrichment where we have a time to interact with the penguin. Since we do care for them, we do collect data so that in case if anything does happen, we have all the answers to help those out in natural environments.
This is their world. We're just visiting it, but it really does look like their world. Y'all put a lot of thought into this.
Yes, when you walked in, you saw this big bright light coming down. Believe it or not, we are actually in the southern hemisphere light cycle for these penguins. They can actually have up to 20 hours of sunlight during our winter time.
I want to take one home with me.
Oh,
but I
definitely.
So we have a family. Kamea, she's 9 years old. Sakari, who is 13 years old. Takara, she's the oldest and the matriarch. She's 32 years old.
I could reach out and touch them, and I won't. But it's just breathtaking to be this close and to see their actual size. What is it like working with them?
And every day is awesome, really, and I'm not joking about that. We have the privilege of being able to give them world-class care. So we have a lot of ways for our guests to learn about the animals. One is through the presentations that we do, and then we also have our killer whale tour, and that is when the guests get to come down to see the whales this close, to see their eyes. That's nothing that you can do anywhere except for at SeaWorld.
I was looking in their eyes earlier, and it's like I'm connecting with them already.
Yes.
What is your favorite fact about orcas that we should know?
What's really awesome about having killer whales in our care is that they help us to gather information for research studies. Killer whales out in the Pacific Northwest are really struggling with noise pollution, and so because of the information that we've gained, there are sound sanctuaries to help keep boat traffic and noise pollution away. And our killer whales are helping their counterparts that are so important to the survival rate of killer whales out in the ocean. SeaWorld as a company and as a park has evolved over the years, so we want to make sure that people still love the whales as much as they did 60 years ago.